Hey, good evening, New Life Church. This is Shane Clark, and I am honored to get to bring to you tonight's lesson. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dig in. Ephesians chapter 4 and verse 4, it says that there is one body and one spirit, even as ye are called in one hope of your calling. Verse 5, one Lord and one faith, one baptism. Verse 6, one God and Father of all, who is above all and through all and in you all. So we're going to talk a little bit about being one, being as one body. And going into 1 Corinthians chapter 12, let's start with verse 12. Get ready for a little bit of lengthy reading here. I'm reading now the NIV version, but 1 Corinthians chapter 12, starting in verse 12. The body is a unit, though it's made up of many parts, and though all the parts are many, they form one body. So it is with Christ, for we are all baptized with one Spirit into one body, whether we be Jews or Greeks, slave or free, and we are all given the one Spirit to drink. Now the body is not made up of one part, but of many. If the foot should say, because I am not the hand, I do not belong to the body, it would not be that reason to cease to be part of the body. And if the ear should say, because I'm not the eye, I don't belong to this body, it would not for that reason cease to be part of the body. If the whole body were an eye, where would the sense of hearing be? And if the whole body were an ear, then where would the sense of smell be? But in fact, God has arranged the parts in the body, every one of them, just as He wanted them to be. And if they were all one part, where would the body be? As there are many parts, but there is only one body. The eye cannot say to the hand, I don't need you. And the head cannot say to the feet, I don't need you. On the contrary, those parts of the body that seem to be weaker are indispensable. And the parts that we think are less honorable, we treat with special honor. And the parts that are unrepresentable are treated with special modesty. While our presentable parts need no special treatment, but God has combined the members of the body as given even greater honor to the parts that lacked it, so that there should be no division in the body, but that its parts should have equal concern for each other. If one part suffers, every part suffers with it. If one part is honored, then every part rejoices with it. Now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is a part of it. As a church, we are the body. Now, many of us are different members. We have different talents, different personalities, different characteristics, different pet peeves, but we are still made up of the body. Now, in your object lesson, you've got to have a little fun and got to do a jigsaw puzzle. So I want to show you mine. Mine is one of my favorite superheroes, Captain America. Go Team Cap. And so as you can tell, this jigsaw puzzle was put together by me, kind of put it here. Great artwork was illustrated in this, but as you can see, especially to those detail-oriented people, there's a few parts missing. And to some, if I just presented or hung this picture up, this would drive a lot of people absolutely crazy, wondering what happened to the pieces. How can you get the puzzle almost done but get lazy or just give up on it and not finish the picture? You see, each one of us are a piece to God's puzzle. God has this master plan that He's looking at making. He has a plan for this body and how He wants it to work, the order in which He wants it to work, and you're a part of it. Now, it's to start, this is my little lunch pail in which the puzzle came in. Maybe yours came in a box. But to start the puzzle, it looks like a jumbled mess. To some people, you're going to look at it and think, I can never put this together. This is never going to make any sense. I can't make heads or tails out of it. To all you puzzle professionals, you know to look at the box. You can look and start eyeballing some of the pieces. Well, that piece looks familiar, and you start seeing some type of order. Well, the same can be with you in life, with you and your place in this body, you and your place in the church. This is what you're going to look at. This is where you can start finding some places and some order in God's plan on how you belong and where you belong. Now, it's true, you're going to see a lot of different people with a lot of different personalities, a lot of different strengths, a lot of different weaknesses. And we can make excuses and try to exclude ourselves out. We'll take a look at this piece, for example. You look at this piece and there's nothing very vibrant about it. It's just a little bit of white and light blue, but that's about it. It doesn't really connect with a lot of pieces, but as you can tell, it's missing the corner piece. Now, there's some of us that can say, you know what? I'm just down here in the corner. I get no attention, no recognition. I don't have any vibrant colors in me. I'm not any recognizable piece. I'm not in the middle. I'm not in the center of attention. I'm just a lonely old center piece with nothing really special about me. I'm just down here and everyone else gets all the attention and everyone forgets about me. But to master puzzle professionals, you know that the corner piece are the most important pieces, because when you start, you have to have something to build on, and the corner piece is one of the most recognizable pieces. So in order to complete this picture, in order to complete this work of art, I have to start somewhere, and that corner piece is a very important part. So even though it's not vibrant in color or in the middle, it's still very important. Because you've not added yourself to this puzzle, or you have not inserted yourself into this church, how many pieces are missing or confused or not knowing where to go? Because you're an important piece. And because you've beat yourself up because you're not part of this, the other parts, you can connect others. You can give someone at this church a foundational part of God's plan in their life. You're important. Now, some may say, well, I am part. I have a little vibrant color in me and a little mixture of colors, but you know what? I'm not a cornerstone. I'm not part of that foundation. I'm not important. I'm just kind of floating here. No one can make heads or tail of who I am or what I can do. I'm just like 100 other pieces of this. I'm just kind of floating around. Sure, I might catch someone's eye, but once they eyeball me, I don't know where I belong. Well, you do belong. As I add you to this, you become part of the most vibrant part of this puzzle. You have some of the personality. You have some of the characteristics that you can attract some people. People are going to look at you. But notice that this piece connects 4 other pieces. And those pieces, if you connect those, connect 16 other pieces. How many pieces can you connect when you're added to it? Now this, a lot of people can say, well, that's an important part. That's part of the face. I recognize that. I'm almost in the center. Well, it looks just scary if you're walking around with just an eyeball and you're not connected to the puzzle. Then some people really beat themselves up. Say, you know what? Well, I'm just part of Captain America's armpit here. I'm nothing important. I'm just part of the armpit. There's nothing prestigious about that, Brother Shane. There's nothing. I'm the armpit. Well, you know what? To have this entire puzzle almost finished without that one piece to complete it, you know how disheartening that would be, to almost be this close to be complete. We don't want to be a church that's almost complete, because the body with a member not working, that's a handicapped body. And the Lord doesn't call us to be a handicapped body, but He wants us to be a whole body and to be strong. And you're part of that body. I'm glad and I'm honored to be a part of this body of New Life Church. And I believe that God has great things in store for 2018. Thank you for being with us tonight. May God bless you.